In this video, we'll be talking about simple interest. As the name suggests, simple interest is the most basic form of interest, taking into account only the amount of money, the amount of time, and the interest rate. Now, many financial problems can be solved using the TVM solver on our calculator. However, simple interest problems cannot be, so we need a formula for these. So the formula we'll be using is on the screen. I equals P times R times T, where I is the interest amount, and that'll be an amount of money. P is the principal, that's the starting amount of money. R is the interest rate, which we write as a decimal, and T is time, in years. So if we're ever given an amount of time that's not years, we'll need to convert it to years. So let's look at an example. A loan of $19,583 was repaid at the end of 18 months. How much was repaid if a 4.8% annual rate of interest was charged? All right, so in this problem, notice it says annual rate of interest. Now, this is not the same thing as compounded annually. Compounded annually means the interest is compounded every year, while simple interest, interest is only accrued at the very end of the loan. All right, so our formula here is I equals P times R times T. And so we're going to be solving for I here. How much interest was accrued on this loan? So I equals our principal, $19,583, times our rate, which again we need to write as a decimal. So 4.8% is 0.048, times the amount of time. Now, 18 months is not in years, so we need to convert it to years. So 18 months, since there are 12 months in a year, is 18/12ths of a year. So we can do this calculation in our calculator. 19,583 times 0.048 times 18/12ths. And so what we get is that the amount of interest is $1,409 and about 98 cents, but we'll go ahead and write all these decimals for now. We never want to round until the very end of a problem. So we know how much interest was earned, but notice that's not what the question asks for. It says how much was repaid. And when you repay a loan, you don't just repay the amount of interest that you've accrued, you also have to pay back the principal. So we need to take this amount of money and add our principal to it. So $19,583 plus $1,409.976. And what that's going to give us is $20,992. And now we can go ahead and round, since we're at the end of the problem, and 98 cents. And so that's the amount of money that would have to be repaid after 18 months.